Hi, this is Tiffany Burton working on discussion board 5 for diversity class. The discussion board for 5, the first part says, what is civic engagement? And so I literally copied this from the website. And so it says civic engagement means working to make a difference in the civic life of our communities and developing the combination of knowledge, skills, values, and motivation to make that difference. It means promoting the quality of life in a community through both political and non political process. So to me, civic engagement means becoming part of your community, spending some time with school board, things like that, to make your community a better place. Second question, why, according to Ben Warner, is civic engagement so vital? So I actually just finished the 15-minute TED Talk. Usually after a TED Talk, I feel pretty good, like really jazzed about doing stuff. Whatever it is. Our first ever video that we watched, I was so excited afterwards, and I just talked and talked and talked about it. My husband was like, what? Oh my gosh, this is going to last forever, isn't it? And I kind of laughed, but this one was really boring for me. I finished it. I guess I'm just not really into it, and I know that that's terrible to say, but it is kind of where I'm at right now in my life. So, number 2, why, according to Ben Warner, is civic engagement so vital? It is our past and our present and our future. So, back in the day, our parents or grandparents went to a town meeting and they sat there through it and they voiced their concern whenever it was. Um, and then that was it. They talked about it, they figured out a solution, and then they went on with their lives. So, whenever I think town meeting, I think Gilmore Girls town meeting where they all show up and it's just kind of this joke, but I know that that's not really how it is some places. And then our present, so this would be me needing to go to town meetings, um, school board meetings, things like that. And I do go to book club, but that's nothing. We don't discuss a lot of political things there. And if we do, we try to be respectable of everyone's opinion and things. In the future, right now, I'm sitting behind a computer telling you about all this stuff. And yeah, you could find me and you could come get me if I was saying like these terrible things and I could go to jail. But I feel like people can just do whatever they want behind a computer. I'm not nervous. I'm not anxious. I'm just doing this because it's part of my job and I need to get it done. And so I can move on. But if I had to go to the class and meet with you guys and we all had to discuss this, the first couple of weeks I was really nervous and I was really anxious and my first video was poor because I was so nervous. But I feel like if you go and you meet people and you do these things, it might be kind of scary at first, but then it gets better. And you meet people and you find people that you have stuff in common with, For instance, every or two people could have in common that they don't like the sidewalks are gray and they want to paint them purple. And the town's like, sure, why not? That's just something trivial, but it could be things that are way more important. I honestly couldn't even tell you too much about our town meetings. We recently had a bunch of people get cited, which without the fine or anything, but they were cited that they needed to clean up their property. And so my husband works at a place where he does the record calls, and so he had to go and tow these people's vehicles away that had not been tagged or properly stored. And that was kind of a big deal. A lot of people were really upset about that because it's their property. They pay the taxes on it. They should be able to do what they want with it. And I agree with that. But I also don't live in town. So my opinion is moot at this point. That's just my 2 cents there for my little town. Let's see. I also have Mr. Warner encourages engagement to help bring people out to work difficult problems or to find a solution for things that everybody can be happy with. Number 3, using Strong's 3 levers of civic engagement as a guide, analyze and evaluate the American Democracy Project initiatives at FHSU. Be sure to navigate through the available information. Okay, so the 3 levers of the civic engagement, oh my gosh, are cost, duty, and probability. So cost, if I have to navigate through a bunch of stuff, I give up. I don't have time for this. I want to get on here, click it, and find what I want, and then go on. So if I can't find it easy and fast, I'm over it. Duty, you want people to feel good about it. So I read somewhere that in the 2012 election, possibly, that a certain state had sent out cards that said, "You voted, way to go," or something like that. I mean, something to that effect. And so people were just jazzed that they got these cards in the mail, that they voted, and made them feel good. I vote mainly for that sticker. Like, that way people won't be like, "You didn't vote today." I vote for the sticker. I mean, makes me look cool, I guess. I don't know. I always try to do some research on who I'm voting for and whatnot, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. But I'm gonna go vote because I want the sticker. Not always the best. 3, probability. In this, it said it seems impossible on the federal level, but have one person recruit 2 or more who can help you recruit 2 or more, kind of like a pyramid thing, and so you can help civic action that way. So on the website for Fort Hays State, I felt like the website was easy enough to understand. There was only like 3 links to click, which one was go to our events, 2 was check out Facebook, and 3 was check out Twitter. I'm really terrible at Facebook and Twitter. I don't really do either one of them on a regular basis, so I did my best to navigate, but since I don't have accounts, I couldn't really get in very well. So there you go. I don't know. Sorry. So it looks like Facebook was a little bit more active than Twitter was. There was posts, every couple of days. It seemed like they had tagged some people in it, or they had taken pictures of people with little signs that talked about what they wanted their future to be, like teachers or whatever it was. So I really liked that. It's a Vote Your Future campaign. I think that really covers all 3 levels. It encouraged people to go out. It didn't take them very long to make a sign that says, "I want to be a teacher." And then they took their picture and it made them feel good about voting that way or whatever. And they usually brought a friend. Twitter, not the best at it. Can't give you 100% that I would get on there again for it. But I did like the way that it said, if you want to be here at April 12th at 2:30, we're going to be at the food court from 2:30 to 4:30. Be there and come hang out with us, and we'll talk about X, Y, and Z. So I really enjoyed that part. Probably wouldn't go unless I was going with a friend, honestly, but that's just me being kind of a slacker. Anyway, thank you for watching my video, and happy end of the semester.